Your hand has already moved before your brain knows there's a problem. That hot pan you just touched, your spinal cord saved you before the pain signal even reached your skull. Reflexes are overriding your conscious mind right now, running survival protocols you never approved and can't turn off. Here are 8 reflexes your body runs without asking you. Number 1, the hot pan reflex. You touch something hot, your hand moves. Then you feel the pain. That order isn't a coincidence. It's by design. When heat receptors in your skin detect danger, they don't send the signal to your brain. They send it to your spinal cord. Your spinal cord, acting like an impatient middle manager, makes the call immediately. Motor neurons fire, muscles contract. Your hand is already moving away before the pain signal even reaches your brain. The whole process takes less than half a second, often just milliseconds. Your brain finds out about the problem after your spinal cord has already solved it. It's like a CEO getting an email about a crisis that the janitor already fixed an hour ago. And here's the wild part. When you step on something sharp, your body runs 2 reflexes simultaneously. One leg lifts to escape the pain, while the other leg stiffens to keep you from face planting. Your spinal cord is multitasking. Your brain is still wondering what happened. Number 2, the blink reflex. You've blinked about 12 times since this video started. You didn't decide to. Your brain didn't ask permission. You probably didn't even notice. That's because blinking is driven by your brainstem, the ancient part of your nervous system that handles things too important to leave to your easily distracted conscious mind. You blink 15 to 20 times per minute. That's about 17,000 times a day. Each blink spreads tears across your cornea, keeping your eyes lubricated and clean. Skip the blinking, and you go blind. But here's where it gets interesting. Your corneal reflex, the protective blink when something comes at your face, happens in 0.1 seconds. That's faster than you can consciously react to anything. Object flies at your eyes, eyelids slam shut, done, and both eyes close together, every time, even if only one eye is threatened. It's neurologically wired. You can't blink just one eye reflexively. Your body decided bilateral protection was non-negotiable. Meanwhile, when you're staring at a screen or reading, your blink rate drops to about 3 or 4 per minute. Your brainstem gets overruled by your attention, and your eyes dry out. That tired, scratchy feeling after hours of screen time? Your blink reflex was trying to help, but you wouldn't stop scrolling. Number 3, pupil dilation. Your pupils are never the same size for long. They're constantly adjusting, from 1.5 millimeters to 8 millimeters in diameter. That's a 28-fold change in the amount of light hitting your retina, and you have no control over it whatsoever. Bright light? Pupils constrict in about 1 second. Darkness? They dilate over about 5 seconds. This happens automatically, managed by your autonomic nervous system, without any conscious input from you. But here's what makes it genuinely strange. Your pupils don't just respond to light. They respond to attraction, to interest, to mental effort. See someone you find attractive? Your pupils dilate slightly. Working on a hard problem? Dilation. Lying about something? Changes in pupil size. Your eyes are broadcasting information about your mental state to anyone paying attention. Ancient courtesans used drops of belladonna, deadly nightshade, to artificially dilate their pupils because larger. Pupils were considered attractive. Poker players wear sunglasses not just for the lights, but because their pupils betray their hands. And the craziest part? Studies show that just thinking about a bright light can make your pupil constrict. Your pupillary reflex isn't purely automatic. It's influenced by your thoughts. Your eyes are spilling your secrets before you even open your mouth. Number 4, temperature regulation. Right now, your body is maintaining an internal temperature of about 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, not 97, not 100, a precise temperature that your body treats like a sacred number because it is. Enzymes, the molecules that run every chemical reaction keeping you alive, only work within a narrow temperature range. Drift too far outside it, and they stop functioning. You stop functioning. So, your body runs a 24/7 temperature control system managed by a tiny region in your brain called the hypothalamus. Thermoreceptors in your skin and internal organs constantly report data to the hypothalamus. It compares your current temperature to your set point and triggers responses. Too hot? Blood vessels in your skin dilate to release heat. Sweat glands activate. You seek shade instinctively. Too cold? Blood vessels constrict to keep heat in your core. Your muscles start shivering, generating heat through rapid contractions. You curl up. You put on a sweater. You didn't decide to shiver. Your hypothalamus decided for you, and you cannot override it. This system maintains your temperature within a range of about 1 degree Celsius, despite massive changes in your environment. You walk from an air-conditioned building into 100-degree heat. Your core temperature barely budges. You're essentially a warm-blooded thermos that got too smart for its own good. If you're finding this interesting, consider subscribing. I drop videos like this regularly. Anyway, back to it. Number 5, heart rate adjustment. Your heart has been speeding up and slowing down this entire time. Not because you told it to, because your autonomic nervous system is constantly adjusting based on what you're doing, how you're breathing, whether you're standing or sitting, and what you're feeling. At rest, your heart beats around 60 to 75 times per minute. That's because your parasympathetic nervous system, specifically your vagus nerve, is actively holding it down. Without that break, your heart would naturally beat at about 100 beats per minute. That's its default speed. The vagus nerve says, no, we're resting, slow down. Start exercising. The vagus nerve backs off. Then your sympathetic nervous system kicks in and accelerates things. Hard exercise can push your heart to 150, 180, even 200 beats per minute. And this all happens without you thinking about it. Athletes who train for years develop hearts that are so efficient they can pump more blood per beat, meaning their resting heart rate drops dramatically. Some elite athletes have resting rates below 40 beats per minute. Cyclist Miguel Indurain had a resting heart rate of 28. When you suddenly stand up, your heart rate increases within 1 to 2 seconds to prevent blood from pooling in your legs and causing you to faint. You didn't ask for this. Your body just handled it. Your heart is the world's most sophisticated autopilot. You're just a passenger. Quick reminder, if you're enjoying this, subscribing really helps out. Now, where were we? Number 6, the diving reflex. Splash cold water on your face and your body instantly goes into survival mode. Your heart rate drops. Blood leaves your arms and legs. Your body starts conserving oxygen like you're about to dive deep underwater. This is the mammalian diving reflex, and you have it because your distant ancestors spent time in the water. The reflex is triggered by cold water, below about 70 degrees Fahrenheit, making contact with your face, specifically the area around your forehead, eyes, and nose. This stimulates your trigeminal nerve, which activates your vagus nerve, and suddenly your heart rate can drop 10 to 30% in regular people. In trained divers, it can drop by half. One study showed a subject's heart rate dropping from 89 beats per minute to 39 in just 10 seconds of face immersion. Your body is essentially saying, limbs can wait, brain and heart get priority, prepare for oxygen conservation. This reflex is so powerful that doctors use ice packs on patients' faces to stop dangerous heart arrhythmias. Cold water face immersion is recommended as a calming technique for panic attacks because it physically forces your body out of fight or flight mode. The Sama Bajau people of Southeast Asia, who have been breath-hold diving for generations, have actually evolved enlarged spleens and enhanced diving reflexes. Evolution shaped them for the water. The same evolutionary machinery is sitting dormant inside you, waiting for cold water to hit your face. Your body still thinks you might need to hunt fish. Evolution just takes a while to catch up. Number 7, Digestion Autopilot. There's a second brain inside you, not a metaphor. An actual network of 500 million neurons lining your entire digestive tract, from esophagus to intestines. Scientists call it the enteric nervous system. It has 5 times more neurons than your spinal cord, and it can operate completely independently from your brain. When food enters your system, this network coordinates everything. Muscle contractions to push food along, enzyme release at the right times, nutrient absorption, chemical balance maintenance. Your brain isn't directing any of this. Your gut is handling it on its own. Studies have shown that even when the vagus nerve, the main connection between your gut and brain, is completely severed, digestion continues normally. Your second brain doesn't need instructions from headquarters. It runs its own operation. And here's where it gets really interesting. 90% of your body's serotonin, the neurotransmitter associated with Mood and happiness is produced in your gut. 50% of your dopamine, too. Your gut is using the same chemicals as your brain to run its parallel processing system. Gut feelings aren't just a saying. Your enteric nervous system is literally communicating with your brain, influencing your mood, your decisions, your cravings. You thought you were running this body. Turns out you have a business partner with 500 million neurons who's been making decisions since before you were born. Number 8, the sneeze. There's a reflex so powerful, so completely unstoppable, that ancient Greeks were puzzling over it 2,000 years ago. Aristotle himself noted that some people sneeze when they look at the sun. He was right. They do. It's called the photic sneeze reflex, or, more delightfully, ACHOO syndrome. That's an actual acronym. It stands for Autosomal Dominant Compelling Helio-Ophthalmic Outburst. Scientists named a genetic trait like a cartoon sound effect. This affects about 25 to 35% of people. Some studies put it as high as 57%. If you've ever walked out of a dark room into bright sunlight and immediately sneezed, you have it. If that's never happened to you, you're among the majority who don't. The trait is genetic and dominant. If one parent has it, there's a 50% chance they'll pass it to their children. The mechanism isn't fully understood, but scientists think there's crosstalk between your optic nerve and your trigeminal nerve. Light information crosses over into the sneeze pathway. Your wiring has a quirk, but light triggered or not, the sneeze itself is unstoppable once it starts. Your eyes close involuntarily. You cannot sneeze with your eyes open. It's neurologically wired that way, probably to protect your eyes from the explosive pressure. Sneezes expel air at up to 100 miles per hour. Droplets travel more than 2.5 feet. Your nose is running an air defense system with a nuclear option. And you have zero say in when it deploys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next one. See you.